Hi, Mr. John. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Mr. Bob.
So this is Bob Test. So again, the instructions tell me to tell you to relax as much as you can, enjoy yourself. There we go.
Okay, yeah,
That's a good instinct to have. All right. So what I'm going to do, there's like a few questions at the start, and then we get to the main categories, and then once you're bored and everything else, we'll go to home. We'll go home. There's like a few questions at the end. Okay.
right. Okay,
Okie dokes. Let's go for Bob Test. Here we go. So, okay, introduction. What's your name?
John
Where do you live?
Chelmsford,
Wow,
Essex, United Kingdom.
that's right. And what do you do for a living?
I do lovely software to make lovely food manufacturing machines do lovely food manufacturing things
Oh, right.
at the
Okay,
moment.
fair enough. So again, I was thinking about because you did sort of deep sea
Yeah,
stuff,
I
didn't
did
you?
stuff that went down the bottom of the sea and nuclear reactors and all sorts. But yeah, now it's industrial food manufacturing is the main market for the company I work for. So there you
Right.
go.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem with the presenting thing, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you this briefly, and then you can have a little look. So if I share this window with you, there we go. There we are. Okay. So
Right.
you got categories. Sweet and sour, inside and out, love and passion, health and happiness, before and after, honor and justice, power and glory, bread and butter, and lastly, faith and fortune. Please pick a category, Mr. John.
Right. I will start with let's go sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour, and oops, a daisy. There we go. Okay. Let me just stop presenting now so I can get this back to your lovely face. Badunk. Okay. Pick a number 1 to 10.
I will go for 5.
Number 5. Okay. What do you most like about yourself?
I think I'm easygoing. Generally fairly relaxed about most things. Children will be screaming all sorts of no, 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 yeah, in your dreams. But yeah, no, I think I'm generally laid back about things.
Okay. I
Possibly
think.
sometimes too much.
Well,
But
yes.
you
Yes.
know,
Yeah. This is
yeah,
try driving in Italian traffic. Okay. Another number, please.
8.
Number 8. What sort of people do you most like?
Uh, honest and friendly, I would say. Genuine people.
Again, another pretty standard answer. I think we can all
Yep.
agree with that one. Yep. Another couple of numbers. So you've had 5 and 8. Which ones else do you want?
Let's go for number 1.
Number 1. What's the one thing you don't have in your life that you would really like?
I honestly don't know. I'm pretty content, I would say. No. Yeah, I don't. I honestly don't know.
Blimey, if you're
Yeah,
going to be
we
this,
always do with more money, but that's
if,
more of
I think
something.
if you're going to be this balanced, Mr. John, this is going to be dreadful for ratings. But okay, there we go.
That's often been said to me.
Last
Yeah.
number, please.
Oh, let's go for 7 this time.
Number 7. Which parts of your body might you choose to change?
I think the gut could probably be.
You know what? This might as well be me sitting here doing all this.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay, let's go back to categories. Let me share with you again so you can have a bit of a visual treat. There we go. I'll cut that bit out. There we go. Okay, so have another go.
Let's go before and after.
Before and after. Okay, here we go. Numbers 1 to 10.
Let's go for number 2.
Number 2. Bum, 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 bum. Who? Were you a bully at school?
No. Well, you not knowingly. No, I would say no. No.
I seem to remember an incident when you punched me in the back of the head, but apart from that,
down on the lower playing field,
yeah,
one lunchtime cricket.
but I probably asked for it.
I think I just swung my arm around, didn't I? Yes, I apologise now. I hope I apologised at the time.
Not a problem.
Not.
No, I think I drove you mad with my horrible tackling. Another number, please, Mr. John.
Let's go for 10.
Ooh, 10. Brave. Oh, wow. How? If you could meet yourself as a 16-year-old, what advice would you give yourself?
Ooh. I'd maybe encourage myself to change jobs a bit more often.
Really, why would that be?
Oh, I did my first job first proper job for about 18 months, but then the next one I did for 23 years, which, enjoyable, good bunch of people, but it might have been a bit different just to move around from place to place.
Sure thing.
Job-wise, not geographically, but yeah.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Another number, please.
9.
Number 9. Oh gosh, it's cursor. Here we are. Okay, number 9. It disappeared. Here we go. There. What nicknames have you had?
Oh, that's Gonzo.
I remember that.
I don't know that I ever actually had the nickname Speedy. I think that was more a lack of imagination on my part. I think my brother had that nickname. And I do remember one particular person at Camp Hill who christened me and you might want to bleep this out, the Dayglow, on account of my bright red glasses I had
really?
At one point. Oh, yes.
God.
It was the olden days. People were rude,
Blimey! Oh, hope you smashed his right. Present now. I'll get my window. Here we are. Share. Okay. So you've had sweet and sour, and you've had before and after. Which is your next category?
I will go faith and fortune.
Faith and fortune. Okay, number 1 to 10.
Let's go for number 4.
Number 4. Do you believe in ghosts?
No. Sorry for the short answer there, but there's not really much movement to really go. I slightly don't believe in them, but no.
No, fair enough. Why does my cursor keep on disappearing? This is horrible.
Disappeared.
And then yes, there we go. That's your proof out the window then. All right, another number, please.
6.
Number 6. If you were a ghost, who would you haunt?
Oh, good grief! I mean, I think haunting is inappropriate. That kind of, this.
You'd be too English to be able to haunt anyone.
Well, indeed, just peeping Tom kind of thing. Yeah, no. I'd find a nice uninhabited room to go and haunt.
If anyone saw you, go, oops, sorry, and let's leave. Yes.
I'd maybe freak out some cats just for fun, because
Fair enough.
Cats are smart enough to know better. Dogs are innocent creatures on the whole. So
Another number, please.
5.
Number 5. Do you enjoy taking chances?
It would depend on the risk involved. But yeah, there's fun in not knowing how something's going to turn out. And there's also, I suppose, there's a certain element of you don't want to know how everything's going to turn out before you do something. So there's,
yep.
I'll say yes. I like to take a chance. I wouldn't be reckless, I would say.
This is, I think, the most English conversation we've ever had. Last one, please. Another number.
This time I will go 8.
Number 8. Name 3 great things about being you.
I'm content. That's one. Oh, no.
Oh, come on, you must be thinking of another 2.
I'm contentment. I think is a pretty good thing. I like my family. That's tied into contentment again. And I get to enjoy our dog, who's lovely.
There we go.
So
dog name, please.
I've Holly.
Holly.
She's we're besotted with her. Never kind of having had dogs before when we got her 2019. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, sir. Okay, let's do this sharing thing again. Okay, so category. Which one do you want next?
Oh no, right. Let's go for love and passion.
Love and passion. There we go. Numbers 1 to 10.
Oh, well, 1's a good one to start with.
Let's go for number 1. What are your passions?
Passions. I would say a certain element of kind of social justice. I don't like to see people being treated badly or unreasonably. Then I don't know what passions. It tend to veer almost into hobbies or something. Which like films. I do love my films. Watching and all manner of film related stuff. I don't know. I'm preferring music. Yeah, listening to music, but generally not any new stuff.
Fair enough. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on a minute. Sorry, not realizing that we're in an interview. Marie Geber is just thrusting these pictures in my face. So.
Yes. That's Joseph and Alex.
And hang on a minute. Here's you again.
Oh yes, there we go.
There we are.
That is the occasion I'm talking about. Then, yep.
Yeah. There we are. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much for interrupting me.
That was quite nice to see. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, there we are. Fair enough. Yeah, it was a while ago. So it must have been, 2007-ish, 7, 8, maybe around there. So, yeah, okay. Okay, that's love and passion. That's number 1. All the numbers in the world.
Okay. 9.
Number 9. How many hearts have you broken? Be honest.
Probably none.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, yeah, I think it's always been quite, kind of amicable, I would say. So, yeah.
So you've not been a cad.
I'm not aware of having been one, but,
Fair enough.
It's all a matter of perspective.
I suppose so. Another number, please.
4.
Number 4. Oh, okay. Steady with this one. What do you fantasize about?
Oh, crikey. I don't really. Fantasize. Yeah.
Well, fair enough. If you don't fantasize,
Yeah.
it's a moot point. Last number, please.
Having. Well, no, I suppose it's almost like in the imagining. Well, what would you do if you had more money? And it's like, well, once you've got some, might be nice to have a bigger house or more space. But in the end, it's
you've got enough. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of happy, contentment.
Yeah. One last number.
Okay, 7.
Number 7.
Again.
Okay. To what extent do you let your emotions show?
I think when I'm finding something funny, and that's not not other people's misfortune. Generally, this when it's appropriate to find something funny, watching comedies and things, or someone's told a joke. Emotion, kind of, I suppose, anger. I try not to. Well, you try and channel it. If something gets you angry, then try and take a step back and think, well, what's the appropriate response to this? Like, work frustrations, things like that. You just think, well, okay, there's no point in just telling someone they're an idiot. You're trying to think how to use this constructively.
Yeah.
And then I suppose when sad things, I suppose, funeral. Well, some funerals, or you see something sad's happened, then I think I can be quite
emotional.
Quite emotional about it. But
okay,
on the whole, nothing out of the ordinary, I don't think.
fair enough. Okay, so that's back to the main screen. Let me just thrust it back into your view. Upward arrow, which is now disappeared. Oh, here it is. Okay, fine. Window, and that one, and go. Okay, so what have we got left? So you've done 4. So you've got Inside Out, Health and Happiness, Honor and Justice, Power and Glory, and Bread and Butter.
Well, let's follow the pattern. I've done top left to bottom right, and I've gone top right. So let's go bottom left now, having done the middle. So Power and Glory.
Fair enough. Power and Glory, and numbers 1 to 10.
Oh, let's go straight for number 5.
Number 5. You like number 5, don't you? Here we go. What gives you a sense of real achievement?
Well, I mean, given the nature of my job, I would say when there's been a challenging problem to resolve and it gets resolved, it's that's quite satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Or indeed when it's some problem that's been found and discovering the cause of it and finding a fix. That's kind of the work related side of it.
Fair enough.
Other than that, that's probably where it comes up mostly.
It's good doing that.
So, yeah.
Okay, another number?
10.
Number 10. Ooh, are you a bad loser? Interpret that any way you want.
I don't play games. I suspect I probably can be, but I'm probably it's more inward kind of thing that I probably get really annoyed rather than kind of show that to other people.
Actually, I remember when we used to play a lot of bridge, and I remember that you made a comment that whenever I had like a bad hand, you didn't know, but when I had a good hand, I went and so you knew what to do.
Yeah. Rich face, yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Another number, please.
3.
Number 3. Who are your heroes?
Right. Richard Feynman is on the science side. He was certainly not a perfect person, but he was certainly an interesting person who had a really good way of looking at things, I think.
Absolutely.
And other heroes. Yeah, I'm not really a kind of oh,
good grief! It's not supposed to be the Spanish Inquisition, mate. But okay.
No, David Lynch. I mean, again, not a hero, just someone I was kind of. I liked the way they approach things.
You would have liked to have met him.
Yes. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that's fair enough. Another number.
Oh, try and go for a number. I've got a couple of numbers. I'm going to go for 4. I don't think I've gone for 4 too often, so okay. I'll go for 4 again.
Number 4. Were you born lucky?
luck I don't really subscribe to as this external thing. Yeah, I can't say I was unlucky in the way I was born, but yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Let's have
No
one
good
more
answer to
question
that
for
one.
the category then.
Last question. Oh, I'll go for 9.
Number 9. Ooh, what is the secret of your success?
Define success.
Okay, what is the secret of your abject failure?
Well, I think yes. I I would say if we turn it around like that, I think I've been a little too honest at times. No, I kind of pride myself on uh, saying what I think, and sometimes in a business context, sometimes it's not been appreciated.
Fair
Uh,
enough. I'm sure there's a
yeah.
massive story there we can speak about
Oh, no,
later on,
no,
but anyway.
no, not like that. I think I talked myself out of a job at Signosis once because
Oh, really?
the game they were showing me was crap. But that was
Oh, fair
a
enough.
long time ago.
Oh gosh, no, it's a big name though, but okay. Okay, let's go back to the categories once more. Share the window again. Okay, so here we go. What else would you like to have a go at now?
Oh, right. Okay. Let's go inside and out.
Inside and out it is. Here we are. Let's cross it off my list. Okay, 1 to 10.
3.
Number 3. How much do you like looking at yourself in the mirror?
Well, I certainly wouldn't say I like it. I don't particularly dislike it either. It's just when you got to do it, you got to do it. But yeah, I have no strong feelings either way. I
Okay,
apologise for the boringness of that answer, but there you go.
it's okay. Another number.
2.
Number 2. How well do you react to criticism?
I think it probably depends on whether I can sense a grain of truth in it or not. Um, and I would probably challenge if I don't, and I might then find out, oh, right, okay, they had a fair point. But yeah, I think that's probably what guides how I feel is whether I think it's actual, genuine, constructive criticism
Fair
or
enough.
it's truthful.
Okay.
As opposed to just something someone's trying to say to annoy you.
Okay. Another number?
8.
Number 8. There we go. How do you cope with stress?
Pretty well. I refer to my earlier answer of being quite relaxed and laid back and content.
Anything you may do? Or glass of red wine?
Oh well, yeah. No, wine's nice, spirits are nice, but I don't tend to think, oh, I'm really stressed. I'll have a drink to relax because I guess I generally don't get that
That bad. Okay, good for you. All
that
right.
stress.
One more.
Let's go for 9.
Number 9. Okay. What are your irritating habits?
How long's this going to be?
I'll sit back and wait.
One very definite irritating habit I have is if we're watching any kind of television quiz show, it's the kind of shouting out the answer. Just can't help it. It's no good. Just give it there. It's got to come out. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
All right. Any more, or should we leave it there?
Yeah,
I think we can leave it there. Okay.
This is a dark hole I could possibly never get out of.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the categories then. So we've got, oh gosh, we've been flying by. We've got 3 left, I think. Here we are. Just share these again. Okay. There we go. I think it's health and
No.
happiness, honor, justice, and bread and butter.
Let's go bread and butter.
Bread and butter it is. And then 1 to 10?
Let's go for 7.
Number 7. How happy has money made you?
I mean, I suppose it's maybe you can tie this into the stress. You know, when you've got enough to, you know, not be worried about it all the time. I think, yeah. I mean, does it bring you happiness? Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's nice to be able to do nice things now and again.
Fair enough.
Then you know, if you just do them now and again, it's a treat. If it becomes something you're doing all the time because you've got so much money, then where does novelty go? And it's not kind of, oh, you know, this was fun because I don't normally get to do that.
When there's always biscuits in the tin, what's the fun in biscuits?
So I think there's a level of it's yeah. I mean, I suppose it's not just money. It's the, if you have the right amount, it's the what can you do to treat yourself with it. I guess if you have more and more money, there comes a point where, yeah, you get, like I say, now you've bought all these things that you thought would be fun to have, and now you've just got a really nice big house full of all these things you bought, and yeah.
All right, you can stop boasting now. That's
well, no, like I know, which I'm like I said, content, not feeling like.
That's pretty good. It's not too bad at all. Another number.
Oh, forgotten what?
Oh, for goodness sake!
Short-term memory's gone.
Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Which one had I already used?
Let's just dip in and see if it's.
Let's go for 10.
Number 10.
I don't think 10 this time.
Okay. Oh, okay. Are you worth the money you earn?
Yes. Yes, they really. I think these days, unfortunately, I think experience is undervalued, and the wealth of experience and the fact that people know from bitter experience that, you know, this is a really bad choice. If I have to explain and justify every reason why it's a bad choice, I just start sounding really negative. But there's, you know, yeah, that's something that annoys me. Is there really isn't the value given to experience now? Yeah.
Fair enough. Another number?
Oh, number 1.
Number 1. How generous are you?
Average. I don't know. Yeah. Hard for me to judge.
It's for someone else to say, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's. Well, I like to think if I, you know, when there's a good cause, I think it's worth giving something to. I'll give something to. But yeah, it's not something I think about all the time. Think, oh, you know, let's seek out some charitable causes or things. Yeah.
Last number for this category then?
8.
8. Oh, what was your first job?
My first job. Well, I had a summer job where I worked for a company called Computer Bookshops, which was a computer book, not a computer book shop, but actually a computer book distributor in Alton.
All right.
And yes, I spent the time basically. You'd get your sheet of orders for a particular bookshop somewhere, you know, all sorts of university bookshops or things all over the country, and you'd be picking orders of books and boxing them up, and they get sent out. And rather sad, well, not sadly, but rather geekily, when I was getting close to leaving there, I was invited to go and look in there. They had a like a lockup where they had a whole load of kind of vaguely damaged things. Anything you want in there, just, I found some old Amiga manuals which were
Ooh.
got for a
Perks for the
knockdown price.
Okay. Okie dokie. So let's
Yeah.
go back to categories. Present you again. Not much left now. So there we are, bread and butter. So we've got honor and justice or health and happiness.
Well, let's start with health and happiness.
Okie
Well,
dokie.
let's carry on with health and happiness.
Okay, 1 to 10.
6.
Number 6. How fussy are you about what you eat?
Well, I'm less fussy than I was, but I still don't really like cheese outside of cheddar on crackers. So any kind of melted cheese, yeah. Oh.
You know, you were the first person ever in my life to say I don't like cheese, and I was just like flabbergasted. I could not believe that anyone could not like something so bland as cheese. So I mean, like cheddar and stuff, you don't have that at all.
Oh well, I'll have mature cheddar on cream crackers, or not melted, but cold mature cheddar in a kind of toasted sandwich.
Right.
Melted cheese. So cheese sauces. Apologies to Julian as well for I do remember the meal that he cooked very nicely for us.
Yes.
But, I don't really like cheese.
Oh, blimey. It's all coming out now.
But yeah, melted cheese, blue cheese, or just cheese.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, other things. I don't like tomato ketchup. I do like tomatoes, but not. Again, it's always been a problem in growing up, kind of getting burgers, ensuring they didn't put ketchup in the burger. That used to always frustrate me.
Maybe you should give it another go. You never know.
No. It's just horrible, sickly stuff. Mayonnaise. Yes, I'm quite a fussy eater about some things.
So basically, condiments and things. Okay, fair enough. Another number, please.
Let's go for number 1.
Number 1. How important is what you wear and why?
How important is it to me? I mean, for me, I just say I want to be relatively comfortable and inconspicuous. It's not something I dwell on, as I'm sure if people were to judge my attire, they'd say, yes, clearly. The thing that comes to mind, and I don't know if this is very telling, if you've seen Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, and he kind of goes to the cupboard, and he's basically got the same jacket, and so he's basically got the same outfit.
That's
available
right.
to him.
Yeah.
It's so I have quite a lot of pairs of black jeans and a lot of lots of plain coloured t-shirts, and
fair enough.
Not something I spend too much.
I suppose you don't waste time trying to pick your clothes. You just dip in and off.
Yeah, it's just a t-shirt and black jeans. Yep, sounds good.
Yep. Another number.
Probably not to a wedding or something, but generally in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Another number, please.
10.
Number
if I haven't done 10.
There we go. When were you last hungover?
When was I last hungover? Don't remember. No. I'm sure it's been relatively recently. I think went out with some friends. I couldn't give you a date. I'd have to look up the date, but that's irrelevant. Sometime earlier this year. After a meal and then going to a pub after the meal and carrying on drinking for a bit. Yeah. Not very hungover, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Enough.
Yeah.
Number, please.
2.
Number 2. What do you do when you can't sleep at night?
I do what you shouldn't do, which is I start browsing stuff on my phone, read the news. They kind of follow links off into reading articles on things, this and that, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't say I certainly don't doom scroll, as I believe the young people say these days. But no, I'll read something. Yeah,
Fair enough.
use my phone as the thing to read.
Last number in this category, then, Mr. John.
Number 3.
Number 3. How much do you abuse your body?
I very dare you. How much do I abuse it? Well, yeah, I could exercise more and I could eat more healthily, but yeah, I don't think I do anything out of the ordinary that stresses it in untoward ways. So yeah, just the regular stuff.
Just the regular stuff. Okay. That's that's. Oh God, I don't know. Where's my flipping pointing on? There we go. Okay, back to here. That's the penultimate category gone? So we've got one more. So it's health and happiness. I'll just reveal it to you. Hang on a second.
No, I think we've done health and happiness, haven't we?
Oh, no, we haven't. So is it honor? Oh, I know what it is. Know what it is. But there we are. It is
honor and justice, isn't it?
Honor and justice. That's right.
Yep.
Here we go then. Okay. Numbers 1 to 10.
Okay, let's go for number 1.
Number 1 again. What do you think is the greatest cause of misery in the world?
I think the unnecessary kind of trying to divide into them and us in all sorts of ways, whether it's race or just picking some characteristic of groups of people, as like J.K. Rowling and cohorts and the whole trans stuff going on, which I just think, really is that really the problem you're making it out to be, and you're just inflicting all this unpleasantness and unhappiness on people. And the same with you can argue about anything. It's just what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, Gaza. It's all about separating, dividing into them and us, and kind of causing unnecessary grief, really.
Here we go. Another number, please.
Let's go for 10.
Number 10. When was the last time you were unfairly treated?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm generally unfairly treated, but I can remember. I might disagree with someone's opinion on something that might directly impact me. But I'd hesitate to argue that was being unfairly treated. That's just a difference of opinion.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no, I don't think nothing comes to mind that I can think of.
No one messes with
Lucky me.
Another number, please.
4.
Number 4. How honest are you?
I think I'm pretty honest. A bit too honest sometimes in my sharing of opinions on things, but yeah. I don't. If I see, for instance, if I see something that for someone's, I suppose, inadvertently shared. I had a situation where I was doing a training course, and the person doing the course, they'd meant to send out a document which was like a reminder of things to do, and in fact sent out a document that included all their passwords to all their accounts of everything. So I would expect most people to actually do something like that, but I kind of went out of my way to try and let her know. She was someone over in the US, so it wasn't someone I could just more easily contact. But yeah, I put a bit of effort into trying to make sure she was aware of what had happened
after you entered her bank account. Yes, thank you very much. Let's do two more, and then we'll move on to the last little bit.
Yep. Okay. Have I done 10 yet on this one? I don't think so.
I think so. Yes, that was the unfairly treated thing.
Oh, right. Okay. So let's go for 7.
Number 7. Oh, which laws would you choose to change?
Oh. I'm trying to. I'm probably not well off enough on the laws of the land to actually know. But yeah, I mean, I'm a bit concerned about various things being put into place at the moment with discrimination and treating of people. So yeah, I mean, this recent Supreme Court ruling on, you know, what is woman, and then I think it's not really the law that's the aspect. It's then is it the Equalities Commission, or I don't know, one of the government bodies that like to stick their noses into various things, and said, oh well, this means that you know, people will have to not, you know, I think it was, so trans men can't use the men's loos, trans women can't use the women's loos. What? And you know what? So they supposed to use, oh no, they can use the disabled loos. Oh right, okay, that's really it's just one element of, I think, a much bigger problem. But yeah, that's that's something that gets to me, I think.
Fair enough.
It's really treating people who've already got a lot to deal with really unfairly. So you know.
Here we go. Last number.
Yeah, I mean that's what comes to mind.
Okay. Last number, please.
Ooh, 5.
Number 5. How much interest do you take in world events?
What's the world? No, I suppose it's. I guess it goes with what's been reported on the news, and then whether that's something that sticks with me. So, like I said, I guess I've got strong feelings about the Ukraine situation, Gaza situation, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I know that was it yesterday that the Labour Party in Australia won their election quite convincingly, and it's like, well, yeah, it was quite. I thought that was quite a positive bit of news, but I don't think it's something that will stick with me the way some other world events, conflicts. I think conflicts tend to stick with you more. But yeah, I don't particularly follow the news, the world news, in any great detail.
Fair enough. Okay, so if I present now, share. Okay, so what we're going to do is just going to finish off this little talk with the "and finally" section. So there's a few things here, and then that'll be it. So here we go. How do you feel at the end of the interview?
Happy. It was fun. Yeah.
Is it your first interview, or have you had many?
Of this sort, I'd say no. I haven't been interviewed in this way before, so there's a certain novelty to the kind of one-on-one. You know, we've obviously had discussions and we have chats as a group sometimes and go down rabbit holes of discussions. But yeah,
it's normally about
one-on-one chat. It's the first time I've done anything like this.
Yeah, sort of normally comedy or something like this. This is kind of a strange one, but yeah. Okay. Next one is, have you learnt anything about yourself?
I don't think so.
So it's been a complete waste of time.
Like I said, it was enjoyable. So, you know, that's nice way
Yeah.
to spend time. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
But,
okay.
yeah, I can't say I feel I've gained some deep insight in some aspect of my.
You already knew yourself pretty well.
Uh,
There we go.
maybe there's not much to know.
Yeah.
You know,
What question would you like to have been asked?
I honestly don't know. I think I quite liked the novel, not the novelty aspect, the unknown aspect. Like I said, it's like that element of risk.
Hmm.
It's the if there's a particular question you want to be asked, then it suggests that because you wanted to be able to go into some subject on something, and it's like, well, no, part of the fun of the interview is not being too focused on where it's going to go.
Fair enough. And last one. What question are you glad you weren't asked?
I refer you to my previous answer. I mean,
Fair enough. Okay. So the last slide says goodbye. So there we are, John. I think you've successfully. Goodbye. Yes. So, well, thank you very much for doing this, Mr. J.
You're very welcome. Yes. And,
okay, you want to say a final farewell to your viewing several?
Yes, I can see you, and you, and you, and you.